It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 3 o'clock in Sri Lanka. And it's 7 p.m. in New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio, joined as I am by Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. And I have to tell you, young lady,
Hmm?
you made an impression on Rosalind Kine last night. She was impressed with the Pitbull.
Really? Wonderful.
Yes, she loved the name the Pitbull.
Did you tell her how I got the name?
I did. I
What
did.
did you say? Wow.
We had a hell of a show last night. Welcome, first of all, welcome to What's the Buzz, America's Pop Kit. We had a hell of a
Welcome.
show. We had Rosalind Kind, who has been around a long time, an incredibly talented actress, musician, singer, songwriter, and one song anyway. She wrote one song.
I gotta tell
Co-wrote
you,
one song.
I was impressed with her music. I loved it. I'm a
Well,
fan.
I'm happy for you. Now let me finish my intro. Jesus, this woman doesn't shut up. My God, you see what I have to deal with, folks. She'll never let you get a word in edgewise. This chick. Anyway, but no, she had a great time. So the first thing I said to her, "Did you enjoy yourself?" And she said,
Yes.
"I had a ball. I had a
Good.
good." That's Barbara Streisand's sister, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw the two of them singing together last night.
Yes.
Very impressive. I'll tell you what, we're this little show of ours is it's quite the little thing here.
Yes. It
Over
is.
14 million subscribers to our
Yeah.
radio network. That means
Great
there are
job.
14,300,000 people somewhere in the world that's got to put up with your voice like I do every week.
With
Oh
my
my
voice. And I
God.
was just gonna say you had a great voice, but should I change my mind and retract that?
I do have a wonderful voice. Hey, Leon and Rosie are
Hey,
here.
Leon and Rosie.
Leon, where the hell you been, brother? I haven't seen Leon in a long
He said
time.
hi in the chat yesterday, but we were so busy talking to
Oh my God,
Rosalind.
yeah, it was a busy show yesterday.
Mhm.
Great show, really good show. I was impressed. I was
Yeah.
impressed. Okay, what's that tell you?
You
You
were a
know,
fanboy. You admitted it.
I did absolutely. I am a fanboy for
Yeah.
sure, for
And
sure.
I
What do you want to
really
talk about tonight? Here's the clue. Okay, what do you want to talk about, Amelia? Look at the
well,
screen.
conspiracies we love, but we're going to be bringing back. You had a show called Conspiracy Corner.
There
So
it is.
we are going to bring that show back.
I just did. See
so
how
we
easy that was.
so we had
Conspiracy Corner is back. That's a show. Let me tell everybody,
yes.
I have to give you a little history here.
Yes,
All right,
please.
so here's how this started out. Everybody knows that I had a show with my late co-host Shirley,
Yes.
and Shirley and I did a psychic show, a very popular psychic show, and one of the things that we talked a lot about was the psychic world, how it ties into conspiracies
Yes.
and going down the rabbit hole, because we love to go down the rabbit hole.
Absolutely.
Well, come to find out that it was the show caught on, and then, as fate would have it, Shirley got sick and passed.
Mm.
And she was really quick. She passed really fast. It kind of like I didn't have time to like even recoup because she was
Mm.
here, like literally here, and then she was gone.
Oh my goodness.
And my friend Jeff was that way. Jeff the Ref was the same way.
Oh my
I
goodness.
spoke to Jeff the Ref 3 times the day he passed. 3 times.
Oh.
I'm literally 3 times the day he passed, and he passed that night. It was just I was like beside myself. Didn't know if I was going to do accident. What did it say? Oh, he accidentally blocked the whole. Oh, you're well.
Now
Listen,
he's back on.
stop blocking people, you prick.
No, he
Hey,
was
hang
accidentally
on.
blocked here, but he's back on, he
Oh,
said.
I blocked him.
I guess he
Did
got
I?
accidentally blocked. I don't know how he got blocked, so
Well, I got to find out. Accidentally blocked the whole. No, oh,
oh,
well,
he
I'm
meant
sorry, Leon. If
while.
I did that, I'm sorry, brother. You got to understand something. Amelia she's the tech whiz here. I just push buttons, and sometimes I don't know what I'm pushing. So if you get like deleted or blocked or banned, you got to hit Amelia up. She'll on
Yeah,
anyway.
but
Uh,
he's back, so that's a good thing.
Back, Amelia. When I'm speaking, will you shut up? I mean, she's on a roll, folks. She hasn't shut up yet. Oh my God.
I
Who
mean, I'm just kidding. He's not picking on me.
who wound you up tonight, Jeff or Joseph?
Neither one of them. I think it's this. We
Or did
were
the governor piss you off with his weather forecast?
well. No, I think it was the weather at work or the heat at work. I don't know. Our air conditioner went out, so we were like in 90-degree weather inside.
Oh
So
God.
yeah, we had to tolerate it
They
for.
don't have like a backup fan or something?
Well, one side of the building was cold and the other one was hot. So I guess
Oh,
they
so
had
the
two air
air
conditioners.
went out on your end, I get.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was
All right, well,
hot.
you get a pass on that one then. Okay. Now that it's there's an excuse here. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
So
in back in air conditioning. But as he mentioned, the governor, we are having. He issued a I guess for us to,
state of emergency, weather state of emergency is what he
if
is.
we wanted to, because some of the part of Florida to the left side is going to be not really as an emergency, but Tampa might get it. Some of our parts might get it, but more of a Georgia. If it heads that way, it
Will
could be
you
a category
have a
two.
hurricane coming in on
Hmm.
the east coast of Florida?
On the west,
On the west? Oh, coming in
where
from the
Tampa.
west, from
Yeah,
the
it might
Gulf?
hit Georgia. Yes.
Oh,
So
it's coming in from the Gulf.
yes.
Oh boy.
So we'll
Jeez.
probably get a lot of the rain from it, maybe some
That's a
wind.
mess.
So it'll hit as a category 3 when it
Yeah.
hits land here, probably tomorrow, Thursday, definitely.
Listen to Leon. DeSantis could piss off Jesus.
He probably has several times because they sent me a card for to vote 2 different ways. So
Well,
that's
Leon
conspiracy
just said
theory.
he's a wacko.
Yeah,
We're going to have to. He is kind of like an odd bird. He really
yeah.
is.
And so to
Don't
start
tell
it,
anybody, folks. But Florida's governor Ronald DeSantis, he's Italian. He's one of my people. Don't tell anybody. I promise.
but to start it off,
I had
it's, go ahead.
no. Go ahead. This is.
To start it
I'll
off,
tell you what. Let's get out of that one.
to start it off as a conspiracy theory, I think they're doing it on purpose to probably make Florida a weird state because I think
It's
it's
a weird state
theory.
anyway. Have you ever been to Florida?
I live here, unfortunately,
That's
not
my
by
point. Have
choice.
you ever been there?
But I think
Oh my
conspiracy
God.
theory.
No, it's Florida's a weird. First of all,
Mhm.
weather-wise, there's no state in the country that's as odd as Florida.
Yeah,
Even Alaska is predictable. Florida, you don't know what you're going to get
people want to
because
live
you
here.
can have
Why?
well, Neil, you can have winter and summer in the same day in Florida.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because it's weird. It's just a
Mhm.
strange. Anyway, speaking of weird, we love conspiracies.
Yes.
This is Conspiracy Corner. It's back by popular request of Amelia. Um, so we have a couple things we're going to show tonight. I just put like a small, like
Mhm.
really small clip together because if we get started on our conspiracy clips, we'll be here for 3 hours.
Oh, probably it'll be a whole month show or
Well, I got news for you. We're going to our regular shows are going to be pretty much all conspiracy
yeah.
now.
Because I
Um,
think my what happened to me is a conspiracy theory. Remember my voters registration? That's a conspiracy theory because I don't think that's I'm the only one that's happened to.
no, you're not. No, you're not. Let me tell you, on the news today
Oh wow.
in Pennsylvania, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. The registrar's office sent everybody in the county a Democratic and Republican voter
What?
register.
See, this wasn't planned, people. I swear, this was not planned.
I didn't know.
No,
Neither was that.
we didn't. I didn't even
Anyway,
know about this until now. So,
okay. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, I remember what I was going to say. See, I have a plan coming into the show, folks. And when she gets Amelia, God bless her, I love this woman, but she's just. Let me tell you something. she gets she's got a way of like diverting the conversation just
I
because she's a fucking lunatic. And she's good that way, by the way.
hey,
And
we're
God bless
both
her husband.
lunatics.
I feel God, man. I, bless your heart, Jeffrey and
We're both
Joe.
lunatics. Yeah.
Oh man. Um. Okay, so let's talk about this conspiracies. We talked a
Yes.
lot about conspiracy. We'll get serious now.
Yes.
Um, conspiracy theories in days gone by
Mhm.
used to be considered laughable.
Yeah.
If you followed conspiracies, you were a kook, you
Career.
were mentally off. Now, conspiracy theory has been replaced by conspiracy truther
Yes.
because come to find out, guess what? All those years ago, folks, the conspiracy people were right.
Yeah.
They were all right. JFK was a conspiracy. Abraham Lincoln was a conspiracy. The space shuttle was a
Conspiracy.
conspiracy. And the biggest of all conspiracies and hoaxes, the moon landing,
Yes.
the biggest in history, the moon landing. Everyone believed at the time. See, because back in the day, you believed what your government said. And then somewhere along the way, people got smart and they went, wait a minute, that don't make sense. Tell me that story again about how we landed on the moon. And scientists, not crazy kooks like us, scientists were saying, let's back up, let's revisit this moon thing because it's
Yeah.
not washing out right here. Because you can't get to the moon.
Right.
And you can't get there because if you tried, you'd be fried like a crisp. Because
Exactly.
you've got to pass through a little area of space, just a tiny little thing called the Van Allen radiation belt that's 400,000 miles wide. And you can't get through it without frying like a french fry.
All right.
Okay? Because it's pure radiation. Well, guess where that happens to be? Between the Earth and the moon. It's right there in the middle.
Wow.
And guess where we are? We're over here,
Right.
and the
And
moon's
it
over
was right
here.
there. Yep.
And you ain't gonna get across this shit because I don't care who you are.
Right.
You know, I don't care if you're the great Houdini or David Copperfield. You ain't getting through that shit.
Yep. Because if God wanted us to see it, He'd put it right there for us to see and say hi. Right.
Don't
Right.
make this a religious show, Mil.
No, I'm
You're
just saying.
already going off the rails.
No, I'm just saying. If He wanted us to see it, He'd put it right there in plain sight for us to see it, just like you said, plain sight.
You can't see it. It's radiation. You ding
I
dong.
know.
You
No,
can't.
I'm just saying. If He wanted us to see the moon, He'd want it. He'd put it right there for us to see it, so we
Well, no,
be
we can see the moon. We just can't get to it.
exactly like
That's
touch
the
it or
problem.
anything like that.
I warned you, folks. I warned you. I
But
wasn't lying.
if you were able
I
to touch
wasn't
it, He
lying.
put it right there for us to see it. So
Can
there
I
you go.
ask you a question? How do you do that to me?
What?
Is it a gift?
What make you go crazy?
Yeah, there's only two people in the world that can do that, and I'm married to the other.
She tells me to, and I'm just kidding. She don't.
Oh my god. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the two of you were comparing notes. For
No, but seriously, like you were talking about the moon landing, a lot of people
yeah,
have come up with that because the boots don't match.
that was the first one. It's funny. Let's. I'm going to get serious about this. We
Yeah.
have to get serious.
The boots don't match from the
There's a lot of
pattern.
stuff that doesn't match. The entire space suit
Yes.
that supposedly Neil Armstrong was wearing.
Right.
It's a different suit at the museum than they have on film from
Correct.
the moon, from the so-called moon.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If you want to understand how they could hoax the moon landing, it's very, very simple. Watch a movie
Yes.
called Capricorn 1.
Yes.
It will blow your fucking mind because of how simple and how easy it was to do.
Correct.
It
Yeah.
was really easy to pull it off because all they did, they went back to the basics.
Yes.
If you can't get there, pretend you did.
Right.
How do you do that? Couple of studios, couple of
Yes.
cameramen. Here, sign this. You sign this paper where you won't tell.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, guess what?
hmm
They didn't tell. Other people did.
Yep. They're just
People inside NASA told. They said, hey, Mr. Newspaper Man, guess what? I got a scoop for you. I got
yes.
a story that's going to blow your mind. Guess what? Here's the story. We never got to the moon, Mr. Newspaper Man. Okay? That's back in the day, Amelia and
Yeah.
everybody, when we had these little things called newspapers and magazines.
Yeah.
Well, every now you could find a Sunday newspaper used to be this thick.
Oh God, yes, I
It was
remember.
3-4 inches thick. Am I lying?
No, I looked
It looked
forward
like
to
a
the Sunday
book. I'm
newspaper.
serious.
Yeah.
It looked like a book, right?
Yes.
It had like every different section
hmm
of like the living section, the
Yes.
entertainment section, all this stuff, right?
Everything. Yes. Coupons, the
Now,
comics, everything.
now you got everything online.
Yeah.
You don't even pick up a newspaper.
I don't even
I,
see them being
here's
delivered
here's what the
anymore.
newspaper looks like today. This
Yeah.
is it. That's your
hmm
newspaper. You know. Um, but back in the day, a couple of people who had a conscience called the press and they said, "Hey, we got a problem here.
Yes.
Um, you've been told one thing, but we could prove that this is not the case, and we got some info for you." And a lot of newspaper people got killed.
Yes.
And in the movie Capricorn One, you'll see how that newspaper reporter ends up in trouble, big trouble. By the way, the newspaper reporter is played by Elliot Gould. We talked about him last night.
Last night.
Barbara
Yes.
Streisand
hmm
and Rosalind Kine's brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. Yes.
How would you like? How's that family?
I know, right? That was like
Elliot
interesting.
Gould, Jason Gould, his son.
hmm
How'd you like that one?
Wow.
Right. Anyway, so that's the mother of all conspiracies is the moon landing, but there have been others. The longest running one, not necessarily the biggest one, although it's up there, probably number two.
Right.
I would say. I would say the moon landing is the number one conspiracy, but the number two conspiracy is the longest one.
Yes.
That would be, in my opinion, and this is just me, that would be the Kennedy
I
assassination.
would have said yes. It's in the top 5. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
hmm
other one, surprising to me, I don't know if you've ever checked it out, but I'll tell you what still ranks as a really in the top 5, probably number 3 or 4,
hmm
is the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Because I got news for you, it wasn't all that long ago. It was just over 100 years.
Right.
That's not a long time.
It's not if we look at it that way. No, it's not.
No, the United States of America has been around for closing in on 300 years.
Yes.
We're a very young country,
Very, very young.
but we're a fucked up country because we
Yes.
got some shady shit going on. But you have to understand, folks, I love my country, but I hate my government. Here's what the government did to the country. It was founded on a lie. This country was founded on a conspiracy. The conspiracy was, follow me here. The conspiracy was that these men and women who hated tyranny left England in search of a better land. Okay? There's one problem, though. Christopher Columbus found it before they did.
Yes.
Okay, that's number one. Number two, there wasn't really a whole lot of tyranny going on in England. There wasn't. They had a king. Everybody liked the king. He was a pretty cool guy. You know, they didn't have a queen yet because there was no. It was just it was, all the men ruled.
Right.
It was all
Exactly.
queen. The
Hmm.
queens were in the wings. So again, follow me here. So these men who hated tyranny found this new land, unquote. America. And by the way, it was named after Christopher Columbus's navigator. Did you know that America is named after an Italian?
Really?
His name is America Vespucci.
Hmm.
I want the FBI to hear what I just said. This country is named after an Italian, motherfuckers. Okay? So give my people a little bit of respect and stop trying to break balls just because you can. All right? I'm telling you. You got a problem with that? You know where I live. All right? It's real simple. It's real simple. If you want to find the root of a conspiracy, go do your historical research. You will always find the root of a conspiracy in history. For example, John F. Kennedy. Okay. We're still talking about, in fact, we got 3 days worth of John F.
Right.
Kennedy coming, right?
Right. Exactly. And also with the death of Marilyn Monroe, I find that still very suspicious as well. I don't feel that she was murdered. I mean that she committed suicide. I feel she was murdered. I,
Oh, well, we
you know,
proved it.
yeah, and that to me, but also I think also the top is the fake 911. I think that's also one of the top five. September 11th. How people are saying it.
Um, oh, well, 9/11 was an inside
Yeah.
job. Okay. That was an excuse to go to war with the Taliban,
Oh, absolutely.
who were bothering no one, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Taliban sympathizer,
Hmm.
but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Donald Rumsfeld. I don't know if he's a rat fink or a hero. I happen to think that Donald Rumsfeld was a hero because he said something the day, listen to this one, the day before 9/11, September 10th, September 10th, 2001. Donald Rumsfeld, who was a Secretary of State at the time, sat before Congress and said, we've got like $300 trillion missing from our government or some crazy number like that. He said that.
Hmm.
Okay. We don't know where it's at, Senator. The next day, the next day, them towers came down. Why do you think? Tell me why you think.
To hide the evidence and to cover up evidence.
That's one reason. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
And of course,
There's one. There's a reason, Amelia, that's
mhm,
hiding in plain sight. It's right in front of your nose. What do you think it is?
let's see, to prove a point. No.
Nope. Nope.
I say, well, I
It's
know that.
hiding. It's
I know that those.
hiding in plain sight. I know that. I know
Well,
you're going to get this.
I know
I'm
that
going to
there was
give
an
you a
FBI
chance.
building next door to it that also
There you
went
go.
down.
There
Hmm.
you go. You
Hmm.
just said it.
Yeah.
You just said it. Building 7.
Yeah, because I know as soon as that two buildings went down, that one was going to go down with it. So.
How does a building? Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
I'm laughing because it's funny. The World Trade Centers were right next to each other.
Yes.
4 blocks. Laughing. I'm sorry, folks. 4 blocks away. I'm not making this up. Go look if you think I'm kidding.
Yeah.
4 blocks away, there was a building called Building 7.
Seven. Right.
Okay. What do you think was in Building 7?
Of course, bombs. Of course, so when the build to two twin towers went down, that was a distraction, so that one can go down with it at the same time or a little bit
But
after.
there were, but what was in it? What was in the
Oh, the
building?
FBI and of course all these files and
What else was there?
Secret Service, wasn't it? The CIA or something like that.
Hello, all of go ahead, keep
All the
going.
E's, all these different secret
FBI,
letters,
CIA, Secret Service.
Service,
There was one
E
other.
something or A something, wasn't the other letters, the three
There
letters.
was one other office in that
Mhm.
building 7.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
it was called the
And
NPO.
P,
You know what
PO,
the
yeah.
NPO was? A
Mm,
National
National
Program
Program.
Office.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the National Program Office? I'm going to tell you. It doesn't exist anymore. It's called the National Reconnaissance Office. And I'm not giving away any secrets. You can go online. They got a website.
Oh
They
yeah.
have a website. You can go online. It's there. National Reconnaissance Office, the NRO. It went from the NPO to the NRO. National Program Office to National Reconnaissance Office. Here's what they do. You're going to love this one. In the event of a governmental emergency or overthrow, where
Mhm.
the government is in trouble, let's just use that term,
Right,
okay?
exactly.
The NRO/NPO, they have a government already set up in place, ready to take over at the snap of a finger. The people who are in this group, they know who they are. You don't.
Right.
You could be sitting next to one of the people and not even know it.
Mm,
But when they say it's go time, boom, you watch them jump into action. You
wow.
saw a little bit of it on 9/11 because the first thing they did, they pulled the president and vice president out of there.
Right.
The first thing they did was they took the vice president, Dick Cheney, and they hid that motherfucker's ass in Mount
Mhm.
Weather, Virginia. Mount Weather, Virginia, if you don't know what it is, it's a real place. Go look at Google it.
Right. Yes.
Mount Weather, Virginia. It's part of the DUM system, deep underground
Ground.
military base
Right.
system.
They have that in place. Yes.
Yep. Hey, our ruffians here.
Hey.
Um, and Leon, you know what, Leon? You had to do Brett screwed Brett, right? You have to be an asshole. This is the kind of stuff that gets him banned because his fucking mouth won't stop. He's got a nice, good thing going. Oswald
Uh-huh.
was a patsy, COVID is man made, and Brett screwed Brett. Who gives a flying fuck? Brett needs to be screwed. Anyway, has it started yet? El Ruffian, it has started now that you're here. Something about the Sanders.
Yes.
Oh, make me.
I agree.
I want to tell you something about Ron DeSantis that people in Florida don't know. Ron DeSantis is 5'2". That's a fact.
He's my
He's
height.
5'2". He's my size. Okay. Ron DeSantis wears lifts in his shoes. He wears a 4-inch custom made lift in his shoes. All his shoes are custom made. He particularly likes his cowboy boots. He loves to wear his cowboy boots. And if you don't believe me, just look at how many times he's photographed wearing them.
Oh dear.
Because it takes somebody from New Jersey to tell you what's going on in Florida. It's a scary thought. You can't fool me into believing that he can rap in tinfoil.
That
That's
comment.
funny. Oh my God,
That is
that's so
funny.
funny. I love the
But
ruffian.
it's
Fucking
funny
is
how they say
loony.
that they're gonna do something while they and start something else. They're gonna fool us or talk about something and get us all involved in something, and they're
Yeah.
gonna do something behind our back like they've been doing. And
Well, listen, I want to know when it's time for my tinfoil hat because I'm ready, willing, and able.
well, speaking of that, there is something that they say that there's an object coming towards Earth. They're not sure what it is, but
I
it's
know
like a
what it
bigger
is. Go ahead.
agenda.
I
And
know what it is.
okay,
It's already been on the news. We've been
yeah.
talked about.
Well, they say that it's coming like the second supposed small moon is coming. There could be something or someone in it. It's very intelligent, and it's not debris that they're
I
saying.
know it's not debris. It's called
Mhm.
Nibiru.
Yeah.
It's planet Nibiru.
Hmm.
It has an intelligent trajectory. There are people on this planet who believe that we come from Nibiru,
Hmm.
that God is a little gray, not an old man with a big white beard. We're finding now, and Lord, if you're out there, you know that I'm telling you the truth. Um, I question theology
Hmm.
because if you don't and you blindly believe, you may be walking yourself down the primrose path to oblivion.
Right.
Okay. And this is serious because the Vatican, which makes money just by being that's a cash cow
No,
for
God.
world banks, the Vatican, there are a number of honorable, good, God fearing people in the Vatican. However, don't forget what the Vatican is. It's its own country. They make up their own rules. They are answerable to no one. Their leader is the Pope.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
That man's got more power than every world leader combined because religion, not politics, religion rules the world. If you don't believe that, ask a Muslim, ask a jihadist, ask a Jew, ask a Christian if you don't believe that.
That's a scary thought.
Religion runs the world, not politics. And the two are not mutually exclusive. That said, I will tell you that I don't question the existence of a supreme being. I question the existence of an old man with a long white beard.
Right.
That's not God. God may not be a he or a she or a it. God may be a state of mind for all we know.
Right. That's true.
But we won't know till we get to wherever heaven is. If
Correct.
there's a place called heaven, I don't know. There's a lot I don't know. There's a lot that I thought I knew that I question now based on really alternative thinking, bright thinking. You know,
Right.
when
Well, that's true.
members of the clergy are saying you need to rethink God, well, then you might want to rethink God. Religion is the greatest conspiracy the world has ever known.
Right.
We're talking about conspiracies here. I got news for you. Religion is the greatest conspiracy ever known. What if Jesus did not raise from the dead? What if Jesus was moved to protect his body?
Well, that's true.
Don't forget, they wanted this guy dead or alive. Well, they got him. They
Yeah.
killed him. And there are people who believe that his body was moved because it would have been stolen for ransom. If you think that that's far fetched, I kid you not. 4 guys were arrested in Memphis for trying to steal Elvis Presley's body. If you
Uh,
think I'm kidding,
wow.
I'm not even. Amelia,
That is.
Google it.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe they would stoop that low just to do that.
I'm not kidding.
No, I'm saying. I mean, I believe you. I'm just saying I cannot believe they would
They
stoop
were
that
going to
low.
hold his body for ransom. $10 million they wanted,
That's horrible.
which was a lot of money in 1977. 10 million don't go as far as it used to be, though. You
No,
know. Anyway,
that's horrible to do that. It's ridiculous.
horrible. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. You know. Oh well, Angela, you're a conspiracy kook. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm a conspiracy realist.
yeah. And then what do you think about?
Scott, my brother-in-law Scott is laughing his ass off because he knows that I'm right.
Right.
You know I'm right, you fucker. His birthday the other day. He's 60
Oh,
now.
well, happy belated birthday.
Yep, he's 60 now. Let's see here. El Ruffian. I haven't seen a newspaper in 5 years. Guess what? You know what? It's funny, Ruffian. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
I said back in the day, Amelia, there used to be these things called newspapers. They were this
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah, I
Now
remember.
your newspaper might look like this today.
Yeah.
If you get a sheet out of it, you're lucky.
Oh, you made him young. You made him older. Oh.
Oh, how old are you, Scott? 59. Thank you, you fucker. I thought you. Well, your sister-in-law said you're 60. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Anita said Scott's 60.
Oh.
She said, "Oh, today's Scott's birthday. Oh, how old is he? 60. Mm-hmm. Give her a call, bust her chops. You know I'm on your side, bro. I'm on your side. All right, Amelia.
Yes.
Conspiracies that bother you. Give me an idea of
Well,
what,
I
like
just
a
found one.
conspiracy you can't get an answer for.
I just found something that was so strange to me that I said somebody must have too much time on their hands. That
Is her name Amelia Chapman?
No, because I'm working now, which is nice. But Garth Brooks, as you know, has been on tour. You almost spit that out.
Don't ever do that with coffee in my mouth.
It's funny. Okay.
Damn. That was a close call.
Yeah, he went all over the keyboard. Garth Brooks has been on tour, as you know, for like a very, very long time. Well, somebody had too much time on their hands and figured out that there's been a lot of people missing during the time that Garth Brooks has been on tour. And they matched up with his tour dates, which is very, very strange. And I thought, okay, somebody's got too much time on their hands. And somebody actually went to his concerts and said, "We love Garth." And then
Can I
they did a
jump in here
poster.
real quick? Because I want to make sure I understand this. Okay.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
now you told the story. Now correct me
Mhm.
if I get any of this wrong. Okay, so Garth took, he's been on tour. We know that, but he's very popular.
Very,
He
very
travels
popular.
all over. Okay, so
Yeah.
Garth is on tour, and what you're saying is that like people are showing up missing
They've gone missing.
when he leaves the area.
Yeah, they coincide with his tour dates. People that have gone
Oh,
missing.
let me make a suggestion to you. What if there is, and it's happened before.
Right.
What if there is a serial predator following along with the tour,
That's
and
what we
he's
were
finding
thinking.
fresh victims everywhere he goes?
That's what
Because
people.
that happened before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. People need to look into that instead of blaming Garth
Mhm.
Brooks because, you know,
You know who
there's
that happened with?
no.
His name was Charlie Manson.
Oh
Remember
wow.
him?
Yes, we did a
Charlie
show.
Manson.
Several. We did several shows about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So
And
here's
so.
what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
All right. We first of all, I want to make sure you understand. Amelia is not in any way, shape, or form saying
No,
that
no, I'm not
Garth
saying.
Brooks is a serial killer.
It's allegedly. That's why I said there's been
Well,
somebody
no, it's
speculating.
hold on a minute. Back up. Back up. All right. What she's saying is it's very coincidental.
Coincidental. Yes.
Okay. And maybe the timing is off.
Yes.
But I will assure you, when all is said and done and the dust has settled, it will be some crazed lunatic
Right.
that's killing people to try to get attention. Look what happened years ago. there was a show on television called Mork and Mindy
Right.
with Pam Dauber and Robin Williams. Okay. There was another young lady in that show that played Pam Dauber's sister. Her
Oh
name was
no,
Rebecca Schaefer.
that was a different show with us.
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, no, it was not. Check. Check right now. Her name was Rebecca Schaefer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rebecca Schaefer was stalked for 2 years by the same guy. Till finally one day he got up the balls to knock on her apartment door,
Mm-hmm.
and she answered it, and he stabbed her and bludgeoned her to death. Just because.
Mm.
Okay? Just because.
That's horrible to do that to somebody.
Because he felt like, look what happened with John Hinckley and President Reagan. He was so in love with Jodie Foster, who, by the way, is a lesbian, and God bless her, she's gay,
Mm.
and probably as a result of John Hinckley.
Mm.
I'm not even
That is
kidding.
horrible.
I'm not even kidding. You understand? I'm not even
That's
playing
horrible to do that
when
to
I tell
somebody.
you that. You know?
Right.
So understand this. The timing might be off.
Right. Yeah, it could be a serial killer traveling with them, like a fan that's always going to his shows.
Yeah.
But it's just allegedly that somebody had too much time on their hands and put the dates together. So
And where are you getting your info from? And if you tell
it's
me TikTok, I'm going to smack you.
it is TikTok. Yeah.
TikTok.
But there's
Okay.
more than one
Let me
person
ask
that has said it, though, not
again.
just one person.
Again, I have to say this, that we have to be cautious here
Yes.
when it comes to social media. Oh God, I hasten to say this, but I got to say it. I have to. You realize that I have to say this almost every show. That almost every show I have to warn people to be careful what you read, how
Right.
you read it, what you watch, in what context you're hearing something, because, hear me out,
Right.
because not everything that you read is accurate. Just because it's on Facebook or X or Twitter or whatever they're calling themselves these days, or TikTok or Instagram, guess what? It's even more reason to look into it, because 90% of the time, I'm not going to even say 95, it's
Right.
probably not that high, but about 90% of the time, what they're reporting is speculation.
Right.
Somebody heard that somebody heard that somebody heard. Okay? A friend of a friend of a friend told me that blah, 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 blah.
Right. Right.
Okay? So be careful. Be careful. We've done, you of all people, Amelia,
Mm-hmm.
you're a member of the press now. You're a
Correct.
journalist. Where's your journalistic integrity? Don't you answer that question.
It's
Don't you
a,
dare answer that question.
it,
But
it's
you know where I'm going with this?
right. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just it's not just been said by one person. It's been said by several people, but also that, and
Yeah.
also to supposedly, I'm saying supposedly for entertainment purposes only. I'm gonna say that because also heard that P Diddy paid.
Let's do this. Hold on.
Hmm.
Let's replace the word from here on out, from here going forward.
Hmm.
Let's replace the word supposedly with
Allegedly,
allegedly,
allegedly, of
because
course.
it will protect us legally.
Right. Allegedly, of course, as you know, Tupac was murdered, and allegedly it was P
Allegedly,
Diddy.
that's
P
the
Diddy
correct
paid
way.
$1 million
Allegedly, he was.
to have it done. Okay, that's the allegedly, and that's a conspiracy theory because how could his bodyguard that protects him 24/7 all the time want to be in the girlfriend's car and not with him? So allegedly, that happened. That's another
Okay.
conspiracy theory.
Where
So
did that info come from?
again, TikTok, but of course, news and things like that.
In
Again,
what context?
that it's coming out more and more because, as you know, P Diddy was arrested.
Well, we
And,
know that, and we know
Mhm.
that P. Diddy and Tupac had a bad history. We know
Right.
that.
And of course, he
We
wants
know that it was the whole East Coast, West Coast rapper war.
right.
We
hmm
know that. That's already been proven.
hmm
What has yet to be proven with the conspiracy surrounding the alleged or supposed alleged murder? I like the word alleged better than supposed.
Yeah.
The alleged murder of Tupac Shakur is on two different levels, and I'll explain it. Number one, the body that was shown as Tupac's is not Tupac's.
Correct.
That's number one. Number two, the size of the guy was completely different. He was
Right.
shorter. Tupac was the tall guy.
Right. And
To
you
your
remember.
point earlier, hold on.
hmm hmm
To your point earlier, he had bodyguards with him all the time
Right.
because he knew he was in danger.
Exactly. Correct.
Okay. The night in Las Vegas when they went to that fight,
Correct.
all of a sudden there's not a bodyguard to be found. One bodyguard.
One bodyguard. Yes.
And wait a minute. Here's the best part. And we showed this on the air.
You did.
The bodyguard and Tupac are walking together, side by side. All of a sudden, Tupac goes boom,
Yeah.
off. He's off like a racehorse. He's off.
Correct.
The bodyguard even had a hard time catching up to him because Tupac was tall, thin, and fast. And he got where he wanted to go quick.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did the bodyguard ever catch up with him? Yeah, he did. But who else caught up with him? Suge Knight,
Yes.
who was driving the car.
Correct.
How do you know Suge wasn't laying in wait?
That's true.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know if the shots came from inside the car or from outside the car.
All right.
Of course, there were, again, Suge Knight got hit with a bullet. But guess what? Suge Knight's a big, solid guy. He's 6'7", and he's built. He's a big dude.
Allegedly, it could have been self-inflicted too to make it look like it was coming.
And a lot of people think that, and we talked about that on the show.
Right.
Suge Knight's involvement in Tupac's alleged murder. I don't think he was murdered. I think he's in witness protection.
And also, I remember you brought up the camera angles that we got were from cameras that were not
Five different cameras. Five different cameras showing you the same thing.
Right. And
what did they show you? They showed Tupac splitting away from his bodyguard fast. He didn't just walk away. He ran.
Correct.
He ran away from his bodyguard. What was he running to? I think we need to visit that case again.
I
think we pretty much solved it like everyone else has, that he's still around.
Oh, yeah.
What was the motive, though? What was the motive?
I think
there was a hit. There was a hit.
He found out about the hit.
Yes. Thank you. They found out about the hit. Okay. You got to remember something that people don't know. We know now because of all the history. Tupac Shakur was in constant contact, constant conversation with the Los Angeles Police Department. There's only so much of that you can believe, too. When a cop says, well, this is what happened and that's what happened. First of all, the cops are notorious liars.
Oh, yes.
They do. The cops lie. That's what police do. The police do one thing better than anything. They lie and they deceit and they steal and they kill. They get away with murder. Literally, that's what cops do. Okay, and they write traffic tickets.
They
There you
love
go.
that.
There you go. All right, so conspiracy, yeah, it's a hell of a conspiracy. One of my favorites.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't. This is one of my favorites. The conspiracy surrounding the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Mhm.
Those of you who are like looking at me going, Mad Dog, what the hell are you talking about? The Wizard of Oz has a conspiracy? Oh boy, yes, do they. A very rich history in conspiracy. And you can't make this up, okay? Judy Garland, may she rest in peace. I hope, hopefully now, may she rest in peace. When she was alive, told fantastic stories about the Munchkins getting drunk and groping each other and having sex on set, and running around the set making trouble for the producer and the director, and because they're a bunch of little fucking degenerates is what they were, basically.
Right.
They really were.
Yeah,
And
they
that's what
were.
she said. She said that. I'm not making
Yeah.
this up.
No. Mm-mm.
You can hear the interview yourself. But apparently one of the Munchkins was very depressed and very drunk and allegedly hung themselves.
Oh, yes.
Well, guess what? I found that scene.
You did.
I found that scene, and guess what? There is absolutely, you can see it.
Oh,
There is a
wow.
little Munchkin in the movie swinging from the from the not the, it looks like they're swinging from a tree, but it's not the tree.
Right.
It's the ceiling of the studio,
Oh, my gosh.
because they were inside a sound stage, a
Mhm.
very big sound stage, where you make movies at, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I went and I looked. I had to look at it 3 or 4 times. Something, actually, a little bit more. I probably looked at it 7 or 8 times, to be honest with you. And I went, now, is that really a body swinging, or is that just like a special effect? Or is
Correct.
that something that just happened to be there? Well, no, it's actually somebody swinging. Somebody said that there was a scene of another person committing suicide. I looked at that scene. It's not the same. The scene, there are 2 scenes. One is clearly a suicide. The other is an ostrich.
What?
I can't even
Wow.
make this up. Listen to me. You know how an ostrich has a long neck,
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
right? It's an ostrich lifting his head up like this, right? But it looks like, if you look at it, it looks like something swinging, but it's not. It's
Right.
an ostrich. You look at that scene and look at the one where the Munchkin is swinging, it's a whole different scene.
Wow.
So, yes, there is an actual suicide in the movie The Wizard of Oz. That's for real. Somebody else said to me, look at The Wizard of Oz. Did you know that the Scarecrow was holding a gun? Really? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He is.
Hmm.
He's holding a gun. The lion is holding a big can of bug spray,
Huh.
and the Tin Man is holding a,
The oil can?
no, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. The
Uh-huh.
lion is holding a butterfly net. The
Oh, yes.
Tin Man is holding the big can of bug spray.
Uh,
like one of them big cans, and you
Oh
pump.
yeah, I thought it
Remember
was an
them
oil can.
old
Yeah.
fat? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. No, it wasn't an oil can. It was
Oh
a
wow.
bug sprayer. Back in the day, they used to have these big.
Hmm.
It looked like a can
Oh yes. Uh-huh.
on the end of a tube,
Hmm.
which is basically what it was.
Hmm.
And it had a handle with a pump on it, and it used to spray out bug spray.
Hmm.
And they still sell them today. They do. You could buy them.
Hmm.
They've been around for 100 years. You can still buy them, and you spray them, right?
Right.
Somebody said, um, some somebody swore. I don't. This one I had to laugh. Somebody swore that the flying monkeys in the Wizard of Oz were really flying monkeys.
What? There was no way.
You and I know that,
Right.
okay? But you have to remember something about the Wizard of Oz. They broke all kinds of ground in technology for special effects, makeup.
Oh yes.
Um, the tornado, how they created the tornado.
Oh yeah.
You know how
Especially
they
with
made that?
uh-uh.
They had a big pole and they wrapped like towels and rags around it.
What?
And they
Wow.
spun it and they threw dirt at it.
Wow.
Now, you can't make this
That
up.
is so interesting.
We're going to do a whole, write that down, Amelia. Wizard
The
of Oz.
Wizard of Oz? Yeah, I had that with
Yeah, write that down.
wow.
Wizard of Oz. We're going to do that because that's a fascinating story. There's a lot there.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's you could do a conspiracy corner just on the Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Write that down.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, that would be interesting to do because just like every scene, you probably find
Did you
something.
write
And
it down?
yes, I did.
Did you?
I have my pen right here. It is so
Erasable
funny.
ink. Thank God for erasable ink.
I know, right? That's right
Who else
here.
is here? Fur party. But
I was thinking that
my
when you were saying about
brother-in-law.
the munchkins, I think.
Yeah, I know, right?
And he was writing
Don't
that, I think,
forget
when you were
the
talking
extra
about the
insurance taken
monkeys.
out prior to. Yeah, no kidding, ruffian. You got it, brother. I was just typing the what if. What if? See, I got him. I was ahead of you.
Right.
Too quick for you, Ruff. Too quick. That's one of my favorite conspiracies. My other, and I just for whatever reason I'm fascinated by this.
Mhm.
The Jeffrey Epstein
Yes, that
situation.
one.
He's another one. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, right now. I'm telling you, I know for certain. I know for certain that Jeffrey Epstein is in WITTEC.
Yes.
He's in WITTEC. I know this. I know this. There are too many people to benefit from him staying alive. Okay? The person who died in that holding cell was not Jeffrey Epstein, doesn't even look like him. It's
Nope.
not the same guy.
No, it's
We
not.
did that show here. We did the side by side. We did
Mhm.
profile. It's not the same guy. Even Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark, said, "That's not my brother."
Mm-mm.
He would know, right?
Right. Yep. We did that show
I'm
twice,
gonna
actually.
take a look at. Oh, look at this! It's 8 o'clock already. Holy shit!
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let me do a commercial spot.
Okay.
Oh no! Guess what?
What?
No more commercials, folks.
No more. They're gone.
We are no longer doing commercials. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
We are self-sponsored. No more commercials. Well, watch this, Amelia. Check this out.
Okay.
This is a statement. You know who Megyn Kelly is?
Yes. I love this
Okay.
lady.
So Megyn Kelly, I like her. She's pretty on the ball.
Oh, yeah.
She's been fired from Fox, which is pretty hard, but she got fired from Fox. She got fired from MSNBC. She got fired from CNN. The three big. Why do you think she got fired?
Because she wanted to speak her mind and they didn't let her.
Because she's telling the truth, and they won't
Yeah.
let her tell the truth. They don't want the truth. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that movie with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise?
Yeah, they can't
Right?
handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Jack Nicholson came up with that on his own?
Wow.
Yeah. That wasn't written. He came up with that on his own. And that's the thing about the networks. They can't handle the truth.
They cannot.
Because they've been dealing in lies for so long, they don't know the truth. Megyn Kelly says that we may soon hear from Jeffrey Epstein directly. Okay? Now, well, you say, well, Angelo, Mad Dog, that's a print article. Anybody can write that stuff.
Exactly.
Well, you're going to hear that, but watch this. You're going to hear something interesting.
It's all fascinating, and we're not done with Jeffrey Epstein. I can tell you that for a fact. Can't tell you how I know, but I can tell you for a fact we're going to hear a lot more about Jeffrey Epstein in the coming year, and you may be even hearing from him directly. More on that as I'm allowed to tell you.
Now,
interesting.
You're the one who brought me that clip. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I've had it, but you brought me the photos, the picture.
The photo. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think she's getting at?
That he's alive, but he's going to be telling.
Well, I mean, that's obvious, but what do you think she's getting at?
That he's going to be he's going to be telling us more information that we need to know, and that he is probably the one that is the, I guess, informant. He was the informant after all.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
He's
so what is she getting at?
That he's going to be opening up and telling us a lot of secrets.
Well, you're not telling me what I want to hear. But what's she getting at?
Oh, let's see.
You're all around it, but you're not there yet.
He's going to be talking.
That's what I wanted to hear.
He's going to be talking. He's not going to be afraid to talk.
We're going to hear from him. Yes. Finally.
Because he's going to be talking about that right there.
Everybody, here's what it all comes down to. Let me bring this up. Here's what it all comes down to. You hinted all around it, but like the obvious answer was right in front of you. That he's going to talk.
Yes.
Why is that important? Because we've heard from everybody but him.
Absolutely.
Every talking head, everybody who thinks they know, is saying something about Jeffrey Epstein, except the one person we want to hear from.
Jeffrey Epstein himself.
Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. We showed a video on this show that was recorded in secret after the purported death of Jeffrey Epstein.
Correct.
Alive and well in Israel. Israel,
yes.
Why? Because Jeffrey Epstein was Jewish and he trusts the people around him. Except there was one person that apparently got away with a little, hidden video. Maybe Jeffrey was too trusting of that person. But we got a video of Jeffrey Epstein alive and well in Israel. Having a fairly decent... Yeah. The funny thing was, here's the funny thing about that video. Everybody was leaving him alone.
Yeah.
He was by himself with a drink in his hand. People came up to say hi, and they went hi and left.
Right.
Nobody stood around him to bullshit. They all extended their well wishes, whatever. Okay. And that was done. Check this out. Now, I think we're not done with that.
No.
Now, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, is in a jail cell right now awaiting trial, and he is on suicide watch. Oh, hold on. Let's get back here. I want to get back to the P. Diddy. Here we go. Why is it important he's on suicide watch? Because there are a number of people who will benefit if he disappears.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
On this list, now some of the people on this list are Ludacris, LeBron James, Michael Bublé of all people, right?
I know that one threw me off right there.
Mr. Clean Cut is just like it's. I can't even tell you like how shocked I was.
I know, me too.
Here's another one that shocked me: Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Frank Montana, Jennifer Aniston. Oh God, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Brown, Chris Rock, Kyle Likey, Clive Davis, Arista Records, Justin Bieber. Well, we know Justin. We know that Diddy and Justin had a very quote special relationship. Unquote.
Absolutely.
You know,
Jennifer Lopez.
The let's see. The King twins. Bishop T.D. Jakes, Oprah Winfrey, the Kardashians. This is just. This is the top of the iceberg.
Yes.
Okay. I gave you what? 10 names?
10 names, yes.
There's 75 names on just this list. Just the list that I'm looking at. And there's another list after this. Point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of people who could benefit from P. Diddy going away. Check this out. Here you go.
Look at that.
Now, you want to tell me that that's the same guy?
No, it's not the same guy.
Not even close.
No.
Look at the ears, look at the chin, look at the nose, look at it's not even the same guy. The guy on the right has a big dimple in his chin.
Yes,
the guy on the left does not. The guy on the left looks dignified. Look at his ears. That's not Joe Biden on the right.
No.
I don't care what anybody says. Joe Biden, I believe, and I mentioned it on the show before. I'll stand by it. Joe Biden is deceased. I believe he's dead. I believe the real Joe Biden is dead based on what his granddaughter said.
Yeah. His
real granddaughter, by the way. All of a sudden, you ain't hearing from her. You know? Geez, I wonder why. Amelia? Let's see here. Let's what else we got here to look at? We got Joe.
Look at the picture.
Hold on here. I want you to take a look at this one. This talking about John F. Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody that I want you to look at. There's two people there. Very interesting. Watch.
Of Bill Clinton shaking JFK's hand.
Bill Clinton.
Jack Ruby is also in that picture.
Jack Ruby.
What? Really?
Did you hear what he said?
Yes. Bill Clinton is in the picture and Jack Ruby's in the picture.
Where's Bill Clinton, Amelia?
Isn't he the one shaking his hand right now?
Yeah. Where is he?
Let's see. He's the one right behind the guy with the cap.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bill. Where's Jack Ruby?
Let's see. Isn't he the one with the glasses?
Nope.
Because it's hard to see from back here.
You see where President Kennedy is?
Yes. Is he with the one with the blue cap?
Yep. That's Jack Ruby.
I agree that this is a very famous historical picture, but I don't see Jack Ruby here. Somebody help me out with this.
Okay. There's Bill Clinton shaking hands with President Kennedy. Jack Ruby is the guy looking at Bill Clinton. The guy with the blue cap. Okay? What people don't know is that President Kennedy knew who Jack Ruby was. Okay?
Wow.
There's a lot of shit here. A lot of stuff. Again, you're not going to tell me. Whoop, hold up. You're not going to tell me that that's the same guy.
It's not.
You're just not going to tell me. How do you look at these and say it's the same guy?
It's like all different actors trying to play one person.
Well, no, the real Joe Biden is on the left.
Right. It's like they're trying to tell us, hey, oh, this is the real word. No, it's not.
Well, it's pretty simple stuff.
This is the one that's the scary one right here.
This is a little odd. Let's take a look. There you go.
Michael Jackson, as the couple say, is named the guard trying to stop them. Elvis Presley. Elvis was spotted 2 times.
Okay. Now, can't make this up.
No.
Again, can't make this up. You see the guy in that picture wearing the sunglasses?
Yes.
And the beard?
Mm-hmm, the cap, yes, right there.
He's the only person there. There are hundreds and hundreds of people there. Hundreds of people there. He's the only one wearing sunglasses.
Strange.
The only one. There are people that say that's Elvis. I will tell you, I know for a fact that Elvis did not die on August 16th, 1977. I know that for a fact. Is he still alive in 2024? I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah. He would be 89 years old. But guess what? My mother's 89 years old. Because my mother and Elvis were born the same year.
Right.
So is it possible? Yeah, it's very possible. Let's look at the guy.
This old guy weirdly resembles Elvis Presley.
Okay. You tell me.
Yeah, a lot older that would possibly be him.
Well, he'd be in his 80s. I mean, well, at this point, he'd be in his late 60s because this is about 20 years ago. Okay? But look at him.
Yeah.
He's the only one there wearing sunglasses.
Presley a lot, and in the second clip, he is wearing an Elvis Presley shirt while walking, which can't be a coincidence.
That looks like, I think that's Jeff Chapman at Graceland, the groundskeeper. It's the landscapers who it is. Anyway.
Celebrities caught faking their deaths. Michael Jackson.
Take another look.
The video that I'm going to show was recorded in Paris. As the couple say, is named the guard trying to stop them. Elvis Presley.
Well, you get it.
That was so weird though with Michael Jackson, and then he's like, "If you weren't Michael Jackson, then why would you be hiding your face and running away from the crowd?"
Well, this is true, but the other thing is, people will do a lot of stuff these days to fake a video.
Yeah.
Do you know how many Michael lookalikes there are running around?
Oh yeah, I've seen
black
them
guys, white guys, Spanish guys, all kinds of guys that do Michael. Okay?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Impersonators.
I know a guy named E. Casanova, okay?
Yes.
That does Michael better than Michael.
Oh, absolutely.
And looks just like him with no makeup. He's a white guy. In fact, he's Italian. A tall, skinny Italian guy doing Michael.
Right.
I know a short black guy that does Michael. He looks exactly like him in the face, though. but the rest of his body ain't even close. Right? Everybody and his brother doing the guy in that video. I'm not buying it. I'm going to tell you why.
Right.
Because he looked too short.
Oh, yeah.
He was too short. Michael was tall. He was like 5'10". That's why if you ever look at the funeral of Michael Jackson, his casket was this big.
Oh, yeah. We did that show. I remember.
Michael would have been this big.
Mm-hmm.
The casket's this big. That casket is only like 5'6".
Yes.
Michael himself was like almost 6 foot.
Yeah,
he was like 5'10".
Casket should have been a lot
and
longer.
I think that was the giveaway. They're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you he's not here. Look at the casket, ladies and gentlemen. He's not here. It's too small.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you where he was, though. He was in the audience watching his funeral.
Absolutely, yes. Because if it was me, I'm the mama, I'd be like bawling my eyes out,
Right?
saying, that's my son. Oh, my God. Or even the children. They weren't even crying.
Yeah. Neil, what else we got coming up?
Absolutely. We have, let's see. Well, we don't have anything yet for the 30th, but we're going to be planning on that, of course, coming up.
I'm thinking about doing a Halloween special.
Good. Well, we do have Aleister Cross coming up October the 8th. It's on a Tuesday.
Aleister will be here, yes.
Yes.
So we're not his long-awaited return.
Finally, right? Trying to get him back. We're going to be talking about all his...
Hey, Christina Pope is here. Christina was supposed to be on our show. We had to bump Christina, and she's, by the way, she's Gunther's mom. She's Gunther's mom. Gunther was a guest on the show, Gunther Pope. And we had to bump her because of scheduling, and we had a bigger name.
Mm-hmm.
People, I would love people to tune in to see Christina Pope, but here's the email I get.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell is Christina Pope?
No, but actually tomorrow we're going to have Jane Dorian. We're going to speaking about Jerry Herman, actually. Tomorrow.
Yeah, Jerry Herman, the musical legacy of Jerry Herman.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have that.
Let's see.
Oh,
yeah.
she's so sweet.
Well, Christina, we'll get you and Gunther back on. I promise you. I have so many celebrities ahead of you, though. And it's just, look, this is the way it is. It's celebrity driven. This is just the way it is. Maybe one day, if the stars line up, we'll see Christina Pope on the big marquee. But right now, Christina Pope and Gunther are on the little marquee on What's the Buzz. Anyway. Well, listen, Christina, we will see you and Gunther hopefully soon enough. We'll get you. I'm sure Amelia will get a hold of you.
Oh, absolutely.
And we got to figure it out because we got a lot going on right now. On behalf of Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman, on behalf of El Ruffian and Rosie and Leon and Christina and my brother-in-law Scott, I am Angelo, the Mad Dog DeCipio. She is Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. And we are getting the hell out of here till we meet you again. May God bless you. Ciao. And Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we will see you tomorrow night with the musical legacy of Jerry Herman. Take care, folks. Good night. Come on, Amelia, hit the button.